Trump's speech predictably veered into weird Nazi territory last night. It's not hyperbole to say so. I got three very brief clips for you that I want to share with you that kind of point to this. One is his constant beating the drum, the refrain about woke is dead, woke is ended, all this nonsense, which really only speaks to his desire to erase the contributions of, or maybe even the existence of, but certainly the contributions of Black people, of women, of the LGBTQ community, trans people. They don't want to even just acknowledge that trans people are a thing. They exist. Indigenous people, migrants. I mean, they want to throw millions of these people, rip families apart, and put them into internment camps. They want to ship them off U.S. soil to Guantanamo like they're terrorists. That's the first moment. Second moment is Donald Trump invoking God, that he was saved by God to do such great things. And then the third is him talking about wanting us to be the most dominant civil. It's very Nazi-esque, very Fourth Reich bullshit talk that he gives. First, though, it's one of the several moments where he rambled about woke, much to the glee of Republican bigots everywhere. Watch this.
We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector and our military. And our country will be woke no longer.
The tyranny of diversity. The tyranny of inclusion. You give people just a glimpse, traditionally oppressed communities, you give them just a glimmer of equality, and rich, white, straight freaks like Donald Trump lose their minds. They call it tyranny, inclusion, and diversity. Equity. That's tyranny to them. If diversity is tyranny, there's no such thing as tyranny. Actual tyranny does not exist. This from a party that constantly bangs on about 1776 and the revolution and where we fought against actual tyranny. An actual lack of freedom, of choices, of the ability to self-govern. That's tyranny. Not ensuring that full members of our society and our culture and our country as citizens are self-actualized and able to attain and achieve the greatest that everyone else can. Their best lives, flourishing. That's tyranny to Donald Trump. Here, again, it's in the playbook. You invoke God. It's a stranglehold on the cult, these evangelical psychopaths. And he is telling them he believes he was saved by God. Where's the bat phone? Saved by God so he could make America great again. Drag us back to the days when the KKK actually had some political power in this country. That's what Donald Trump wants. And in this moment, he disrespects the family of one of the people who was there when someone took a shot at him. Because if he was saved by God, the wife of the dude, Corey, whatever his name is, they're there in the audience. Pontapropori or whatever. I don't know his name. Just another MAGA. That if Donald Trump was saved by God, that would mean that the Corey guy was not saved by God. That God chose Donald Trump to survive and chose Corey Contemporary or whatever his name is to die. Corey, not important. Donald Trump, very important to God. Watch this gross, disrespectful moment.
I believe that my life was saved that day in Butler for a very good reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. I believe that.
Why isn't the natural The natural logical extension of that is that if I believe my life was saved, it does mean that that guy who died from an errant bullet, that his life was not saved. It wasn't just like, well, that was an accident. This was intentional that I was saved. If God had a role in one, God had a role in both. So your God, Donald Trump, you believe allowed the killing, caused the killing of one of your supporters, but saved you because you're special, you're great, you're wonderful. You're important enough for God to notice. This is what people believe. It's the same kind of thing where people like thank God for, oh, I found my keys. Oh, I'm thankful to Jesus. He helped me find my keys, while children starve or die of eye cancer across the planet. This is why Republican Christianity is a fucking joke, and it's gross, and it's sacrilegious. And then the piece de resistance, the chef's kiss of fascism, is Donald Trump promising he's going to bring in the Fourth Reich. He's going to bring in us being a dominant civilization, the most dominant civilization ever on Earth. And when you couple this with all of the vermin talk and the poison in the blood of the country and all of the Nazi rhyming rhetoric that Donald Trump gives us, it all paints a picture. And I can tell you, I'll say it again, I'm done giving these fuckers the benefit of the doubt. I'm done acting as though the Nazi salutes aren't the Nazi salutes. It is what it is. We've witnessed what we've witnessed. We're too deep in this now to act as though it's all just coincidence that now he's talking about making us the most dominant civilization on the earth, just short of saying Fourth Reich. Watch this and tell me what you think.
Even higher. And we are going to forge the freest, most advanced, most dynamic, and most dominant civilization ever to exist on the face of this earth.
As the two white supremacist Christians behind him nod along smugly. Look, I don't know what we're going to do here. In the absence of actual, palpable, recognizable Democratic leadership, it's going to be up to us. We got Hakeem Jeffries, who can't say an ill word about either Eric Adams or Andrew Cuomo. I guess they're too good of friends or something. We don't have leadership. We've got a Democratic Party that votes for a septuagenarian cancer patient in Jerry Connolly to be the oversight chairman and passes over AOC, the next generation of actual leadership in this party. A brilliant woman with a heart for leadership, servant leadership. We're not making enough noise, you and me. Maybe not for me. I make a lot of noise. But together, collectively, we're not making enough noise. We're not calling enough the Capitol Switchboard, 202-224-3121. We're not. We need to let them know. You do our bidding or you're gone. We will primary you. You will be out of a job. You will be no longer in the equation for people like me to criticize that you're not doing enough, because you'll just be one of us. With the phone number, 202-224-3121. You'll just be another person with a phone call to a Capitol switchboard. Anyway, what do you think? I invite you to this conversation. I wish it was more positive, but it is not. We are where we are. We need to deal with reality on reality's terms. Comment below, or you can call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me as always, daily@dollemore.com. I do want to hear from you. I love and appreciate you very much. Please consider becoming a channel member if the doom and gloom is not too much for you. If you appreciate my work, if I bring you value, please consider supporting what I do here and helping me produce these videos. Click the join button below. You can become a channel member after you've subscribed, which is free. That's $1.99 a month. Or you can go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. You can tell me how wrong I am on social media. I am active everywhere except Nazi Twitter. At Dollemore, it's where you can find me just about everywhere. Blue Sky is mainly where I'm active. I love and appreciate you very much. We're going to get through this together. We are. Together, we are stronger. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.